sometimes 3, 4, 5 videos if I can keep it short. I was working on the dice. Okay, I mean I don't know how people follow me or what they're taking notes of, but I'm like a diary. I'm just like spitting it out as it comes in. Talking about spitting it out. Um, what I'm suggesting to Microsoft is they got to put 2 arrows on the screen. I've never seen it before. Maybe it's just because I haven't had a high-grade computer, but I never saw 2 arrows. One works when the screen is in order. When she freezes up, okay, you push any key, the second arrow comes in and it swallows up what was stalling everything, pitches it away. Like, we spit, everything the body does, whatever the computer does, okay, the computer does it, we do it, it's in the matrix. It's all connected. There's only one dice that you can turn in all directions that stay the same. It's the one. It even stays the same when it goes into a northeast to 45-degree angle. You see the 5 doesn't. The 5 dice ends up turning into like a club, except with the dot in the center. See, the difference is when you look at something, if it's one color, you see it as one color. But a shape can come out of it, breaking up the colors. Little artistry. Yeah, a new word I came up with the other day. Somebody asked me, what are you? And I said, I'm an earthologist. I find the earth just logic. In other words, okay, I find the logistics in the earth, the logic of the yellow lands. Now, we always said, what's an opposite? Blue is cold, red is hot. Okay, what's yellow? Yellow's rust in the pipelines, creating the black. And that's why we get the black that comes out. But then why would they put blue and it's only water? It's an electronic world we live in. Anyway, so I was thinking, fast and slow. Fast, slow would be the soul, would be yellow, would be the tortoise. Fast would be the red, which connects up to the spirit. That would be the rabbit. Red rabbit. It was Red Rover, Red Rover. Let Rover come over. You know, all the dogs' names and their colors. Every time there was a dog, there was a specific color. There was Spot. There was a Dalmatian. It was 101 Dalmatians. So all these names, if you put them all together, you're going to see a little story come out of it. And it's how we can proceed in our mind, whether we let the story get bigger over time. And it's not that easy. Anyways, so now we have the red spirit, okay, and we have the yellow spirit, and that would be the tortoise, the earth. The earth is lazy, okay. I think we're in this big ball, and it keeps turning around and drops. Yes, there's elements in there to stop it from free falling, the matrix. It perfectly stops it, okay. You give it a, you know the way the effect of the earth is when it connects, and there's an effect. Okay, so if this free falls, it gives the chance on the way down for anything to connect, regardless of the speed. I mean, it's touch, doesn't matter how fast, sometimes it's too late. Just like, I have a cold and I passed it on. When does the black period start and end? The black period is like this. I went to school, the lady said to me, you have to end your sentence. I says, okay, it's ended. She says, you know, you have to write something. So I wrote something. She says, no, you have to put a dot. So I said, is that an open dot or is that a closed dot? She says, what do you mean? I says, well, if I make a dot and I color it in, that's a period that means the end. But if it's a circle dot that goes on top of the eye, that's not the end. It's only part of the story. It just slows you down, especially when you go round dot, round dot, round dot, 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 and then you continue. Dot's calm. Dot's next. That period at the end of the sentence, once you put that period, you skip a space, and then you go on to write the rest of the start of the next word in the next sentence. You skip a space, you see there's a norm for the black dot. As there's a norm, okay, for the two-color white dot. The two-color white dot is pretty simple. You see one of those circles? Well, one of those is a dot. And In the center, it's a fixed dot. Now, if you look at those two dots in one, okay, you can use it as a tire. You can make an old tire and put spokes on it, and then you got a tire. Okay, so now you have those two dots, and which one of the dots, okay, was, where is it? You see that eye? It was like that. So you see when you got a closed dot, now you can rotate around that dot because it doesn't move. It's at the end. I can't tell you what the difference is. I don't know what the matrix, exactly how it all works. I just know what ingenuity I get out of here. Don't laugh. But you don't know what I know. Oh my God. Doesn't matter. We work together. If one doesn't know, how does the matrix survive? We all have to know. There's no secrets in the matrix. There's no ego. No ego. Goodbye. It has to work this way. Wearing your pants, wearing underwear, no underwear. There is none of this. Although there is a compulsive reflex mechanism that when something is wearing something, there's now what you call a covering or a shadow. So now the effects of what we're in before the shadow and what's out after the shadow be the difference in between. It's all simple. Okay? Now, so I made this tire. Now all I have to do is keep extending from it and extending and extending. All I started off with was a dot. I have a lot to write. There's so much. There's so much. It's just crazy. Here. They put this on your ice cream. Those W's. Are they W's? Are they mountain? What's the dot on the top? Why did I mark it? Why did I show you? What are you supposed to get out of it? The only thing that I can really tell you that I'm pretty much sure of at the end of this whole thing, when my whole game and story is over, at the end I believe we will meet the first 7 on my ship. 7. We've already met the 2 because we're in that world. The 8 is the connection of the both heavens, which I'm not sure if we really and truthfully actually understand the way it is. Some of us just say we are connected. And then we have the 6. When you flip it upside down, it tells us that we were born. 6 is for the man, the 6 elements that kept us here, that brought us here, that we went through being here. Okay, obviously there is some missing. Oh, that's because we haven't died yet. That's being here. Although the 8 does show a description that even in death you're connected to the heavens. Okay, it's just a number on where the 6 is. And these Rubik's Cube, what do you think? They're just there for nothing. Natural red, natural blue, the yellow, the white, the green. Again, as I always say, the horses, the colors they wear on their back, the roulette, the black and the red that you see in the green, we always forget about the 00 and the 0. Where does a 00 and a 0 go? Well, if you're going to start a game, okay, here's how the 0 and 00 work. Okay? They're on the top part of the X, between the legs, which means the rest is in the game. That means those 2 numbers are out of the game until you come to that point. And you split at that point. The angel comes out of the man, or the man comes out of the angel. In fact, it's the spirit that pulls it out. It goes up to heaven and it splits. Look how it looks like an 8 when it's actually just 2 little O's next to each other. The one on the bottom, or what's that egg? Well, just like you had 3 eggs all your life, now you got the 6 eggs. That egg there that gets dropped is your body down between your legs. It's like you went for a dump in the bathroom. And one end you dumped out one thing, the other end you dumped out something else. So we're dots again, the way they look. The way we write things, the way and how we understand them, it's just weird, just because of how much I can see. I don't remember it all the time. I always have a new story. Am I ever outdated? Dates. Take away that A. Put an O. Outdotted. Dates. What date? What time it is? Is it time? Is that the actual word? What? Is it a hat? The hats we wear in life? Because the what without the W is a hat. The French can't say, so they say hat. Hat what? Woof. They can't say any of it at all. You don't pronounce the H and you don't pronounce the A or the T. We're only left with the W. Add back the H, put the O instead of the A, just like we did on the O in the last word, and we get woof. Do you understand that? The end result is I knew what I was doing. So then it's funny. Laugh now. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. Enough. Anyways, what I did do here is I did come up with something I might be able to show you on this paper. You see the tic-tac-toe board? Now, it says 11 and 11, right? But there's an interior division, there's an exterior box division, which carries the entire entity in one number or one letter, because there's only one entire box. But it actually took how many sections to close that box? That is not rectangular. We are buried in the rectangular box with the rectangular lives that we live from the octagon and the dice. Everything is rectangular in this world. It's rectangular. We make it longer, it looks like it's easier to carry when you're carrying it. We have things that are round, but this was perfectly round, it could have been square. But we have to make it rectangular to take away the round. We turn it into a square. We turn it into a rectangle, because that's what it is. I got hamburgers. Again, the rectangle. Cut that in half, you got the GameCube. GameCube, what is that, Nintendo or something? Yes. So anyways, that has numbers, and there's 12 sides on the inside, and the box that closes the outside, it looks like only north, east, west, and south. Yes, there's 4 markings, but in each marking, okay, there's 3 parts in each marking, because that's actually the tic-tac-toe square, or the dice that you see the outside, that's the 10th position. The 10th position only carries out whatever in the first 9 positions. That's the 10th position. Then you add it on because it's part of the square. That's why we add up the cards, okay? From ace to 9 is 45, and 10 make 55. Freedom 55, because all 45 were together, it gave the freedom of 55. They go back into the pack. You close the box. You have 54 cards with the joker that you are and I am, the abator of the exchange for your name and my name. Okay, back in the box, close the box, you've got the freedom 55. Now I'm lost. Too bad, I have a book. Rectangular. We're square and rectangular. Look on your card somewhere. There must be a card, okay, where the picture card, okay, has squares on it. It's showing you. You see, what am I trying to tell everybody is there's a truth out there greater than this. Either we're going to find the first guy, whoever created the first thought, and if that guy happens to be from outer space as an alien or a god, that's who we'll find. If it's someone from this earth who has died and passed on, okay, we'll know that. But I'm trying to show you that how small you can go into something and make it so big as if, oh my God, how come we didn't see it before? The square, the rectangle, the triangle, where are the placements, what's inside of it? It all tells a story, so if we're all looking for, is the Bible true and is God true? Well, you have to look everywhere, don't you? So isn't this a really cool place to go? If you just go into something where there's nothing and actually there's something is just by putting a dot. We're connected. We have to be connected to something. We didn't just come out of poof, nothing. Hey, I'm here 47 years. Nothing's changed on me in 47 years. The only thing that happened is it got old and used. The mind only got better. My nose hasn't stopped growing. And I hear quite well, even though my ears got bigger. Now everybody says, you know what? In order for the angel to connect, he's got to connect the twos. Remember the animals that went 2 by 2? Well, you know how he connects? In the mouth. The nose and the mouth. I have 2 lips. One here, one for the angel, one for me. I should bite my tongue between the 2. Do you understand? They're connected. We got 2 armpit connections. We got joints. Anyways, this is MrTacpans's. This is the 15 minutes. I have many more today. Instead of writing, I'm just putting it live. 7286. Diary 1024.